No, I did stupid shit too.
Yeah.
I've told you a story about how I pierced my nipples, right?
Yeah.
Ah,
I told you this, right, Joe?
no,
I've definitely never told it on the podcast. Dumb too. I must have been 20.
No, Dom. I think Dom disclosed this one on one of his show episodes that he was on.
Oh, did he? Who?
Yeah.
Dom? Who? Martinez, my brother.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm sure he made fun of me for
Yeah.
it a lot. Did we go into detail what happened?
No, just keep it going though.
Yeah, this was a girl I was dating at the time. I must have been between 20 and 22, somewhere in there. And the girl I was dating, I mentioned that, I think it'd be cool to have my nipples pierced. That'd be kind of dope. I was ripped back in the day, Any excuse to show off.
Who wasn't ripped back?
Yeah, right.
Me.
That was a beanpole, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No,
couldn't even
we
do a
saw that,
pull-up,
remember?
yeah.
We called you Groot and that long-ass arms, like extending out like telephone
I
wires.
remember that. Yeah.
No, anyway, so I had a girlfriend who told me, well, my dad can actually do that. I said, oh, really? Is he like a tattoo artist, piercer kind of dude? And she's like, no, he's in construction, but,
Run.
I know. I should have, right? But I was young and dumb. And I was like, well, he'll do it for free. And she's like, oh, yeah, for sure. Just give him a few beers. It'd be cool. I was like, okay, cool. Let's do it. And so we went over to the house, and it was him and like a buddy of his. And I remember that when they started, they were just like, okay, and they're like they're like kind of pinching my nipple out basically, and they've got this thing to like stick it through, and then like so he kind of stretches the nipple out in front of me, and he's like, okay, we're gonna do the same thing, false count, 1, 2, whoop, but he sticks it through. But here's the problem: it goes in, but it doesn't fully come out the other side. And then like the handle,
Like holding my nipple.
yeah,
Saying this, by the
dude.
way.
Oh my god, it was one of the most miserable experiences of my life.
It's so sensitive, man. It's so sensitive.
I know.
It's just most sensitive
I
for the
know.
guy.
Yeah.
For guys and
Well,
girls.
besides penis, maybe. Right? That'd be
Dude,
Yeah.
people
more.
pierce that too. That's
Yeah,
insane.
people do. People
That's
do.
insane.
So anyway, so it just barely pokes out the other side of the nipple. And he's like, oh, it's okay. It didn't go through the way through. And I guess like the handle he had on it just like lost grip and slid. So basically, he as much as he pushed, he couldn't get it to come out the other side. He's like, that's all right. And he's like, so-and-so, grab me those pliers. Dude comes back literally with a pair of pliers.
Oh,
And he's like, okay, you might not want to look at this. And I was like, okay. And I just look away. And dude, it took me to another dimension, the level of pain I felt. I was just like, oh my God. I looked down and he's pulling on the other side. But along with the fucking needle, he's got part of my nipple in the pliers.
Oh,
And he's just tugging and tugging. And then finally he gets it through, gets it on, and I was a wreck, dude. I'm like, whoa. I'm like leaning up against the counter, and they're like, get him a Mountain Dew. Get him a Mountain Dew. I don't know why Mountain Dew. Somehow it helped. I drank Mountain Dew. And then I got
healing.
It's extreme because Mountain Dew's extreme.
the way this guy was, I wouldn't have been surprised if he was like, pour Mountain Dew on it. I'm like, who knows? But dude, it was ridiculous. I almost fainted. So I was like leaning up against the counter. And then they did the second one. The second one was fine because I had to do the second one. It was like, it wasn't cool in the 2000s to like have one nipple pierce. Like it just wasn't a thing.
I don't think it was ever cool to have either one.
You're talking to a guy with a fanny pack. Come on, man.